that sale.
Good morning! Vault-Tec calling.
Hello, people of the modern age. I'm the Shy Guy 1080, and this is Geeking Out Gaming. Today I'm doing a Fallout 4 story recap. This is the game of the year, so most people know the story, but just in case, I do have some spoilers in here. Our story starts with Vault 111. After the bombs drop, you find yourself as a Vault Sickle and wake up to find your kid getting taken and your spouse getting shot. Not a great day for you, but then you take another freezer nap and wake up to find yourself killing roaches with your fists. After leaving the vault, okay, let's call it what it is. It's a cult. I mean, look at the jumpsuits, the ugly shoes. All it's really missing is the Kool-Aid. Then you decide to leave. You think you're going to be taking out some raiders, maybe a mole rat or two. What do they throw at you? A death claw within the first 15 minutes of the game. I don't know what they were thinking about that, but at least they gave you the tools to be able to take them out. Okay, if now you meet some dude, he's like, dude, hey, can you help me build this town? You're like, sure, why not? I'll help you build the town. So you start building a town. Then you got to deal with this other dude. There's a vertibird on the roof. Yeah, a vertibird. Oh my God, I hate that guy's voice. But actually, I think he's more annoying than I am. So you help him build another settlement and another settlement and then another settlement. 23 settlements later, it's time to move on with the story. Now that you remember your kid's name and you've already pretty much found everything on the map, you decide I have to settle with looking for him. So you meet a ton of weird people, like a drug addict named Kate, Preston, who knows of another settlement that's going to need your assistance, Piper, the scary reporter lady, and these two robots, Nick and Codsworth. Oh, and the Vault Dweller's best friend, Dogmeat, the most useful one of the bunch. Moving right along, we move into the mystery, so grab Shaggy. No, not that Shaggy. This Shaggy in the gang, and go figure this one out. Oh, wait, there is no Shaggy. Oh, you have to rely on Nick. Okay, so grab your dog, and I guess the synthetic detective, and head out and go kill some cornflakes. I mean Kellogg. Oh, yeah. He's the dude who shot your wife, so you kill him. He tells you where your kid is. You decide, all right, now that Raisin Bran is dead, I know where my kid is. So you go and look for and convince a super mutant who's apparently a doctor, which I didn't really look too deep into this to figure out what was his backstory. I think he did something, like he had like a Beast from the X-Men moment where he tried to do an experiment on himself and he went all like, ugh. But whatever. So you use him to try and get into an underground laboratory that's so deep below ground that you'd think that the force of the planet would have turned everybody into a diamond. But whatever. You go in, spoiler alert, you find out that your son is the leader of this group. Yeah, your kid is like 40 years older than you are, and you get a choice. You keep moving along. All these things start to happen based on your choice, or at least the game wants to make you think that. And then it comes down to one last choice, which does matter. Who do you want to keep alive, and who do you want to kill? And then place their bodies in awkward positions. Question, does anybody else find that fun besides me? Like picking up dead corpses and then like putting them in weird places? I love that. I love it a lot. Well, that covers pretty much most of the story of what you're going to need to know. I don't want to get too deep into it because otherwise it just kind of ruins the game for people. So I'm going to leave it at that. But I also want to cover a couple things that you can do with your allotted time to, avoid real life. My suggestion is to start prepping for the DLC, the new survival mode, and by doing that, I would suggest you start to make more food and you move it from your main base and put some at all of your settlements. A little bit at all of your settlements. This way, if you run out of stuff, you can get some more. There will be no fast travel, so you need to make sure that you have good supply routes so that you can build up all your other towns without having to walk back and get more stuff and walk to your next settlement and put stuff in. You need to set up these supply routes. I think that's probably one of the most important things you can do. Another thing that I think you might want to get done is earn all your companion perks. I mean, it's super helpful. It makes the game a lot more fun. You can convince more people. You can get better headshots, so on and so forth. It depends on the person, what you get. It's also super helpful that if you put extra beds at all of your settlements, not only for growth, but as well as an empty one for you. Considering that you're not going to be able to fast travel, you're going to need to sleep, you need a place to do that. Collect as much trash and junk as you can. You can never have too much junk. This game is all about hoarding. Invest your caps. Put a clinic, a weapon, an armor, a clothing, and bar stands at all of your settlements, not only to make everybody happy, but to get you a steady stream of caps coming in. Not to mention a place for your settlers to get geared up and drunk at the end of the day. Gear up your settlers. With the upcoming survival mode and that new you don't need to come and help them thing coming out, you won't be able to fast travel. They need to be able to protect themselves. If Sanctuary gets attacked by a bunch of gunners because you're making too much water and you're at Warwick Station, good luck. They're going to die. Give them some stuff to be able to defend themselves with. I'm not saying they should all have miniguns and 10,000 rounds, but at least give them a gun that's worth its salt. But most of all, I have to say, you have to have fun. It is a video game after all. I know as gamers, we all consider it's our life. We love it. This is all we care about. But it's still a game. But I think that's going to be it for this episode. If you liked it, please subscribe, leave a like and a comment. I kind of want to answer people's questions if they have questions with games or if they just want to know something. I don't really care. I'll answer whatever, even trolls. I don't care. But until next time, I'm the Shy Guy 1080, and this is Geeking Out Gaming.